Oh, okay, wait. Oh, and we're
We're
live. There we
live.
go. Told you. Oh, welcome everyone. Welcome to Dreaming Big with J Squared. Okay, I feel like we need to have Ross do a voiceover for that because so it'll sound way better
We
than
need
it
some
does.
music to get us started.
Something to make it really cool. I'll have to work on that for next week. But
Oh,
anyway, if you are joining us, thank you. Please comment. We are live on quite a few pages. I'm on my personal page, my business page, and my YouTube channel. And Julie, where are you?
I am right now just live on both of my profiles, and then once I'm done, I will share it to my
Awesome.
pages.
Okay, well, in case you all don't know who we are, because we are on a couple public pages, my name's Jeannie Solston, and this is Julie Gettner, and we are with Innovative Nutrition, and this is our second week of doing this. And we decided at convention that we wanted to jump on and talk about dreaming big with you guys and about what we do as a business. Last week, we talked about our dreams and if we believed in them. And we had asked people to write down their list of dreams or make one and then go back and read them and see if you really believed that it was possible. And we talked about how fear and just a lot of things get in the way, and I talked about how I, always said, yeah, I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy a house. But in the back of my head, I was like, that's never going to happen. And it wasn't until I changed my thinking and actually started to believe in that dream that it actually came true. So, and we hopefully, if you guys did that last week, put in the comments, like, were you surprised by your answers? Were you surprised on how many things you actually believed in would happen, or things that you thought that's not really going to happen? It would be nice to know that. So this week, we want to talk about our why. What is your why? So we both have been in this business for 24, 25 years, network marketing and in the supplementation business. And we want to talk about our why. Why did we get started? And Julie, I'm going to have you go first. Tell us a little bit about what was your why you got started, how your why changed over the years, and what your why is now 24 years later.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Jeannie. So, hey, everyone. Oh, I can't do that with a background like that.
No, you disappear.
I'm like flashing before your eyes. Anyways, so I got started. It'll be 24 years in just less than a month, in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, June 10th. So when I got started, I really wasn't looking at this industry at all, health and wellness, anything for a business. I was actually doing daycare out of my house. I had my hands full and I really was not looking for anything, but I knew that I needed to get myself healthy. I knew that I wanted my family to also use the products that I had found at that point. So that's kind of how it started, was just really wanting to be able to use the products and get healthy. When we're more towards the end, I'm going to share with you guys what I did way back years ago. And then we're going to have some homework for you again, because Jeannie and I like homework.
We like homework.
Anyways, but no, my why initially was to be healthy, to get healthy, to be there for my kids. I had quit my job, my 9-to-5 job, when our oldest daughter was, I think she was 9 weeks old when I put in my notice. And I did that because the boss that I had, which I probably shouldn't get into too many details. I don't know if she's watching. I'm still friends with her on Facebook.
Keep it easy.
Anyways, no, I did that. I quit my job because I was put in a situation where I needed to take time off to care for our daughter. I always say my daughter, our daughter. Like I said, she was only 9 weeks old and she had gotten sick. And I couldn't put her in daycare. She had a fever. And so I had to take time off, and I got a lot of slack for that.
Yeah.
Flack. So I came home or I got off the phone with my boss, and I just broke down in tears that day. I'll never forget it. And I was sitting in my living room, and Alicia is swinging in her swing in front of me, not a care in the world, other than she's sick. And I'm bawling. And I called my husband, and he was at work, or I messaged him, and he texted me back, and he said, do what you got to do. And so I packed up my daughter, believe it or not, I packed her up in her car seat. We drove to my work, and I put in my notice. I said, I can't do this anymore. There's no way. I have to be there for my daughter.
Yeah.
Anyways, best decision I ever made, because I was able to then stay home. I started a daycare out of my house so that I was able to be there for her. Then we went on to have our second child, which is another girl. We have 2 girls, and, continued to do daycare, which was great because I was able to be home with them.
Right.
But that's a lot of work. And, your kids are always competing for other kids' with other kids for your attention. And it just, it was nice while it lasted, but thank goodness this opportunity fell in my lap. And I say it fell in my lap because I really wasn't, like I said, looking for it. But it did. And so I started with it to get healthy. I started with it to get my family healthy. My 2 girls having other kids around us all the time. They're constantly sick with something. There's always a cold or something going through our house. And I wanted them to be healthy. I wanted us to be healthy. I wanted our family to feel better, right? And I wanted to, if it came to that, earn a little bit of extra money to help with the bills. And I hadn't planned on quitting the daycare, but I did. After about 9 months in, I finally, quit the daycare, and just have been doing my business with health and wellness ever since. But my initial why to get healthy, my initial why to be home with my kids, those 2 things never change. Those are always constants. I am blessed that I have been able to maintain both of those. Our daughters are now 27, and our oldest will be 30 at the end of June. Yikes. But I've always been able to be with them. I've always been able to go to all of their things for school, for church, for whatever. I've always been there. And, not a lot of parents can do that. But,
Right.
You can have so many different reasons for doing this. One of the biggest reasons that I think for me over the years that has really evolved is the fact that I get to help so many other people.
Yeah.
It started out for me and for my family, but I very, very quickly realized that there's a much bigger picture here. And I was able to help friends. I was able to help family. I was able to help my family's friends. And just over the years, it has grown exponentially. I can't even put a number, even think to guess how many people that I've been able to help over the years. It's got to be in the thousands. It's an amazing feeling just to be able to do that. But, I want to be able to going to now, all those things still apply, but now it's like, I do this because I want the same things. I have 2 grandchildren now. So I want the same things for them that I have, or that I had with our daughters as they were growing up. I'm blessed that I get to be able to watch my 2 grandkids 3 days a week. They're here 3 days a week, and we get to hang out. I get to know them. They get to know me.
Right.
We have a lot of fun together, and to be able to do that, that's not something that most people are
Yeah.
able to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I think one of the things too that is not, people don't often talk about this, or it's just not, I mean, you don't realize it until after the fact, the impact that you have on your own kids
Hmm.
when you are working for yourself,
Yeah.
especially as a woman, and you're raising daughters, and
Right.
they're able to see that, mom is doing this. She's successful. They've watched me, start out with nothing and
Hmm.
go all the way, up. Um, so that's been pretty cool too. But just to leave my kids and my grandkids knowing that there is something more out there, that they
Right.
can do anything. It kind of goes back to last week too. It's the
Yeah.
belief thing.
Right.
But my why is definitely, it's to help people. It's
Yeah.
to help my own family, and it's to help as many other families out there as I can
Right.
to achieve their goals, whether it's health goals, financial goals, whatever.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's very cool. It's interesting that you started off kind of the same way I did, almost 25 years ago. I was a little bit before you, not much. We're still trying to figure out that exact date. I'm surprised you don't have it written down somewhere, but
Only because you started before me.
I know. But it was very easy for me to come up with what my initial why was to join this company, and it was to lose weight and feel better. Period.
Hmm.
Had nothing to do with the business. I had just had the twins 16 months after I had my daughter. So I had double baby weight. I was exhausted. And, Heidi showed me an opportunity and said, "Hey, I feel great." Cause she had just had, and I was like, "Wait, what? I'm sorry. What do you have? Can I have it? I don't care." That was my initial why. And, a lot of people start that way. I did not start it as a business. And then I lost weight and I started to feel better. And I realized that I wanted my family to feel better. So that became my next why, is to make enough money. Because again, wasn't doing this as a business, but to make enough money so that I could buy products for a family of 6. And then that happened. And then I got a divorce, and all of a sudden, being a single parent, my why changed again. And it was to supplement my income so that I could do those things that I wanted to do for my children. Um, and that was a huge part of why I did this business for such a long time, because it really did help me supplement my income and give me the opportunity to do things for my kids and myself that I wouldn't have been able to do that paycheck to paycheck. Um, and now, of course, my children are all grown. Don't have grandbabies yet, but now it's different. And again, like you, once you get into that point where you start helping people and you're able to show people that there's a better way and that they can feel better, that is the best part of this business, in my opinion. To watch somebody go from not feeling good, being tired, being sick all the time, to like, "Oh, I don't really want to try this. This isn't going to work," to all of a sudden where that switch flips and they're like, "Oh, wait a second.
Hmm.
Like, this is all." That's the best part of this business for me. And that, again, like you said, never changed. And also, now that my kids are grown, it's still about them. It's still about making that extra money so that I can do things for them. But it's also now about me, right? So, I
Yep.
mean, I just bought my house. It's great to have that extra income to do the projects that I want to do around the house, to put a fence in the backyard, to go on vacation, to do all those things. But again, I think just the best part and my biggest why, now that my children are grown, is to help other people feel like I do. I'm 61 years old and I feel better than I have in years. And I want people to know that that's possible, and I want to show them how they can do that. And I think that's probably my biggest why, because it's such a great feeling when somebody comes back to you and says, oh my gosh, I didn't think I could feel this good again. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
it's just great. So it's fun to see how the why has changed. It kind of has, but it hasn't.
Mhm.
I think we all, a majority of us, can say that we started not to make money, but we started because we either needed to lose weight, or we just wanted to feel better, we wanted to get healthy. And then it just went from there. So your why changes as you go along.
Yep. I have another why too, and I don't know how I missed this one because it's right behind me.
Well, I was waiting for that, but I was just going to let you go.
So 3 years ago, my husband and I bought some property, which I'm standing right now. Not really, but I'm standing where our house is going to be. This is our view that we have, and so one of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing now is that financial security. That this is our retirement.
Yeah.
My husband is retiring. His official retirement date is June 30th from the fire service.
Awesome.
And we will be making a move to Montana, and it's to be able to retire my husband at 55, which I mean, I didn't retire him, but you know what I mean. For him to be able to retire at 55, and for us to not miss a beat.
Right.
Yes, he will have his retirement income, but it's half of what he's currently making, so to be able to continue to do the things that we want to do. We'll be over in Montana. I'll still be able to travel home to see my grandkids until they come stay with us again. The plan is for them to move over too. So there's so many different reasons why I do this. It's really hard to say, to narrow it down to just a few, because there's a ton of reasons why. But this is a big one too.
Well, and I think the other thing too is the ability to do this from anywhere, which is what you're showing. Like, it doesn't matter. And what I love about this business so much too is that it meets you where you're at. Like, I work a full-time job. I do this around my full-time job. You do it as your job. You can make as little or as much as you want. It's up to you and what the effort that you put into it. And as we've known, the bigger your why, the more effort you're going to put into it. But I want to tell people who, because we talked a little bit last week, I think, about, network marketing still has a little bit of a stigma around it, which I wish it didn't, but it does. But we're here to show you that, I mean, y'all have been doing it for 25 years. Okay, not 5 years, 25 years. There's got to be something good about that, right? It does work, and it works however you want it to. And just a plug right now is we do have a free promotership going on until the end of May. If you are remotely interested in trying it out, let one of us know, drop a comment. Somebody will get back to you to help you out, because where else can you start a business that you can do from anywhere, work at your own timing for free? So that's a whole, I don't want to get too much into that but I just wanted to put that out there, because it is a big deal. I remember when I started, like I said, 25 years ago, I just handed over money. I was just like, okay, here, take it. I don't care. And the great thing about this business, I think, health and wellness, is once you start feeling better, people notice and they start asking. It's not like you have to, say, hey, look at this, what I'm taking. No, they just, what are you doing? You look great. What are you doing? Oh, you've lost weight. Oh my gosh, you look so, you look so much better. It just happens. And then you hit that why that Julie and I both talked about, of being able to help other people,
Well, and it's kind of going back to what you're talking about, is your own results and how you feel, but it's sharing results just in general with people. Like, when I got started, Jeannie, your testimonial was one of the first I ever heard.
Really?
But let me back up a second. It wasn't your testimonial that stuck with me. It was the testimonial of your son.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that one to this day.
Back in the day, yeah.
You know, that was, and in fact, I was just telling somebody the other day about the success that he had had. And that was just incredible.
We were able to get him off of medication by doing it through supplementation, and who wouldn't want that for their kids? And you know, it's funny that you say that, because a lot of the conversations that I had throughout those years were the fact that, why are your kids never sick? My kids were never sick. They didn't miss school. If they did miss school, it was because they just wanted a break, because everyone else got sick.
They were there all the
time. Yeah. They didn't get sick, you know, they weren't, and it was, I mean, I thought it was great. They didn't, but a lot of people I remember back then were like, wait, what are you doing? You know, why are, and my kids just, you know, it was back in the day, it was a liquid vitamin, and I made them, didn't force them, made them drink it every morning, whether they liked it or not. I was talking to my younger son the other day, and he goes, yeah, I remember that. He goes, I liked it, you know, but they felt better, and being able to help your family and your children feel good. And, you know, they're, like I said, they're young adults, they're healthy. I love that part of it, you know? So it is great because in this business, it's not like you said, it's not just your testimony. It's after 25 years, you and I both have, you know, a load of testimonies that we could share about different people and their different circumstances. And that's how we help people.
Yeah. Well, and it all comes down to good nutrition.
Yeah.
You know, when you're putting something good in your body, your body's going to reward you.
Right.
You know, it's going to feel better. It's going to work better. It's going to function better. It's going to feel better. And, you know, I don't know. It's crazy thinking over the years how many people that, you know, both of us have helped just get over that of whatever they're dealing with.
Right. Right. So, and, you know, it's not a magic pill. We've talked about that. It's not something, it's, you know, I truly believe that our bodies are pretty amazing all by themselves. They really do. And I believe our mind and our gut and everything is just, we don't even understand half of it. But, you know, it's like, I remember Heidi always talking about, you know, putting gas in your car. So you can put gas in your car, but if you don't put oil in your car, guess what? It doesn't matter if you put gas in your car. Yeah. And I kind of our bodies are the same way. Like, putting good nutrition, good supplementation into our bodies does only one thing: makes it better, helps, you know, I mean, in so many ways. It's never going to be something that goes, oh, I feel worse because I put good supplementation into my body. Your body's going to take,
or it's not going to say, okay, you gave me enough, you can stop now.
Exactly. You know, you can't go wrong. And I guess, like, people will often say to me, like, oh my gosh, you know, what do you take? They'll look at our, you know, website. What do you take? And I'm like, everything. And they're like, what? I'm like, I wouldn't go a day without taking everything because of how good I feel. I don't want to know how I would feel if I didn't take it. Honestly, I mean, like, you and I, we've both been doing this for 24 and 25 years. We've been taking supplementation and putting it into our body. And I honestly believe that is why I feel as good as I do at my age.
Yep. Same.
Yeah. Okay. You want to give the homework? Because we're almost at a half an hour.
I would love to. So I'm not going to share my screen because what I have is like super blurry. But I wanted to read you guys a few of the whys. So way back, probably 20, I'm going to say 23. Well, I think it's dated, actually.
Of course it is.
It is dated. I did write the date on it. Where did it go here? Let's see.
If any of you know Julie, you know that it's dated and probably the time that she also did it.
Hey, now.
I'm going to laugh if you actually put the time on that piece of paper.
Okay, where did it go? Why can I not find it now? Oh my gosh. Okay, there it is. Okay. So 10/21 of 2001.
Okay.
And I signed it because the upline that we had way back then, I believe it was Lenny, had us do 20 reasons why.
Mm-hmm.
Why we were doing this, and we had to sign it at the bottom and date it. So I'm just going to read a few of these. So my first thing was needed/wanted to lose weight, needed more energy, wanted a discount on my products, which when, like Jeannie was saying, when you sign up as a promoter, you immediately save 15%.
Right.
So I wanted to be able to save money on my products because I wanted my whole family on them.
Right.
And I needed that. There was an opportunity there. I loved how the products made me feel. Wanted to help other people lose weight and feel better. My self-confidence was back. So by doing this, by sharing it, by using the products, I was regaining that confidence. Let's see. I get to spend time with my friends and family. I get to meet new people and make new friends. That's a huge one. We have a huge family here with Innovative.
Yep.
I want to be my own boss. I want to be paid what I'm worth.
Nice.
For the work that I am doing. I want to be able to buy a new car/van. Remember, this was in 2001. I did buy the new van. Let's see. I want my family to be healthy. So, last one. I want to be completely debt-free.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm completely debt-free. We don't have car payments. We don't have a mortgage. We don't have, we sold our last house. We're renting right now, but we are building our new house in Montana. We paid cash for the property, and our new house will be built with the funds from the sale of our last house.
That's
we
awesome.
are completely debt-free.
That's awesome.
So, anyways, so my homework for all of you guys, or our homework for you guys, is we're not looking for 20 reasons why. If you can think of, we like the magic number 8. I don't know why. Maybe because it's innovative. Anyways, think of 8 reasons why you are doing what you're doing. Whether it doesn't matter if you're a promoter with Innovative, if you're a customer, or if you have nothing to do with Innovative. If you're just watching because you like Jeannie or I, 8 reasons why you do what you do. Right. But really think about it, because you'll be surprised. It might be because you want to stay home with your kids, or it might be because you want to, be able to go buy a new sewing machine. I don't know. whatever your thing is, right?
Right.
But why do you do what you do? So, but if you are with Innovative, we really would love for you to drop in the comments and share with us.
Yep.
Why?
What your why is.
What your why is. And if you don't want to share all 8, that's fine. Share with us what your biggest reason is.
Yeah.
And if you want to private message us your complete list of 8, feel free to do that too, if you don't want to put it in the comments for everybody to see. But really take a few minutes and sit and think about why you're doing what you're doing. I think that's huge for people to really focus on that, because if you don't know, if you don't have a why, if you don't have a reason for doing what you're doing, you're going to be spinning your wheels.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No. And it's just kind of like we talked about, and I'm going to reiterate what we did last week in case anybody missed it. We had everybody write down their dreams, and then we had them go back after they wrote down their dreams and right next to it where they actually believed if they could do it. Because we figured out, this is what we came to the conclusion last week, is that a dream without belief is just a thought. And your dreams without a why, you're just spinning your wheels, right? You need to have a reason. And so, drop that stuff in the comments if you did that, if you were surprised, and we'd love to see your why. Like Julie said, why do you do what you do? What is it that fuels you to get up every day to do whatever it is that you do? So awesome. Look at that. 6:32. Woohoo, we did it. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. We will be back next week. And yeah, any last words, Julie?
No, I think just no. We summed it all up. I got nothing.
You got nothing.
I got
All right,
nothing.
All right, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you next week.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.